It's the Gooch. We are done. You know what? We are in Calgary. Look at this. Yes, get an autograph from a legend. And we got two great legends right here, Johnny Bauer, of course, and Ronnie Ellis. We are here for the Haggar VIP Hockey Hall of Fame induction weekend where you can win trips for two, six of them in total, 4 days in Toronto with this gentleman and myself. And Johnny will show up the odd time for the Hockey Hall of Fame induction gala. I'll tell you what, it's going to be a fantastic event, and you get that by just registering here at any Sears store, but especially this one here in Calgary. I'll tell you what, they've taken great care of us. Well, I'm with Ron Ellis. I'm with the legends. Ronnie, what do you got to say? This is the end of the tour until we get to Toronto.
That's correct. We've hit Vancouver, Edmonton, and now Calgary, and it's been a great 3 days, a little fast, but in and out of hotels and on planes, but it's been a lot of fun. We met some wonderful people, came through to say hello, brought some great photos for us to sign, and of course it's always a pleasure to have Johnny alongside me. Great man.
Well, we did the planes, trains. We've got the trains and automobiles here. Johnny, you know what? It's extra special to have you here. Of course, we left the best for last, but not really, because I'll tell you what, Orland Kurtenbach was absolutely fantastic. Glenn Hall, of course, and your friend Yvon Cornouet in Montreal was very good. But Johnny, thank you for being with us.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm certainly happy to be here and to be with Haggar's clothes there. I got a beautiful suit.
You look good.
Oh, and I look good in it? Oh, that's great. And I'm so... And I'm so happy. I've seen about 15 of my relatives I haven't seen for quite some time too as well. And they come down, and I told them what to do there when they start buying clothes and that they should come down here and buy some. So anyway, no, I'm very happy and thrilled to be here, and with Ronnie and yourself too as well. We had a great time.
Even Tony will throw her in.
The logistics was pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. But at 86, just think about that. You're a true salesman. 85, but 86 coming up. You're right, 85. I should never tell people your age anyways. You're 80, whatever.
I didn't even know how I was at one time. But I am 85. I'm heading in 86, like you're right, yeah.
Well, you look younger than that.
Well, hey, thanks. Okay.
He's got a young wife, though. He's got a young wife.
Is that what happens? Well, you know what? You know what's
85 too.
but her birthday's before yours. Anyways, not only can you win this fabulous prizes from Haggar, and of course, coming to the Hockey Hall of Fame induction, you work at the Hockey Hall of Fame and help organize it. But this gentleman was actually inducted in the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1976. Tell us a little bit about the induction.
Well, it was the greatest thrill in the world. I mean, to be inducted in the Hall of Fame, and I was so surprised when I was inducted. I didn't even think I'd ever make it as a kid. And, you have a childhood dream that you want to make the National Hockey League first and then continue on. You work up there from there. And but to be inducted in other functions like the Vezina Trophy and winning the Stanley Cup and that, it's so hard to explain how thrilled I was. And but I enjoyed it very much.
Well, the Hockey Hall of Fame induction is a gala of all the greats, the who's who of hockey's there.
Well, that's what happens. It hasn't been announced yet who the inductees will be this year in November. They will announce that about another week or two. But about 25 to 30 honored members always come back for every induction. So it is the who's who. And Johnny's been able to make many of them with his wife, Nancy. And it's just been terrific. But Johnny, a quick question. Who was inducted with you when you were inducted? Who else was in your class?
Bill Quackenbush was one of the chaps that was inducted with me there. And, he played for Boston at that time, Ronnie. Very good defenseman. I believe he's still kicking. I think he is. I hope he is.
Well, I'll tell you what, before we go, of course, we want to thank the great people here at Sears. Unbelievable. Shane and, of course, Veronica, Joel, and I know Annette from Haggar was here. But as important, what I want to say is thank you very much for the logistics. Tony did a great job. Camera, absolutely, no question. No question. But before we go, we want to thank Michael for bringing us. Obviously, there's a Haggar promotion. Did a great job. We look good in our suits. We could model. We could go in the next Sears catalog.
We could get a bus and go on the road.
But we need to ask you one question. You were blessed to play with some fantastic hockey players, some of the all-time greats. You played against them, Johnny Bell. But you know what? We've got a great one here ourselves. Tell us one quick story about Johnny, about Ron Ellis. A little funny story because you obviously played with him.
He was such a great. I got all good things about Ronnie. I haven't got a bad thing to say to him. But maybe he might have a story.
right, you
but
tell us the story.
Best back checker I ever had, and believe me, and the goal scorer.
They don't
too.
pay for back checkers anymore. It's goal
I
scorers.
used to depend on him a lot, believe me.
Well, and he said, well, I had to back check because you were net.
Well, you know he's famous for his poke check. Okay. Well, you know what he used to do to me in practice? I tried for years. I played with Johnny for probably 4 or 5 years before he retired, and I tried to beat that poke check for 4 years, and I ended up in the corner, ass over tea kettle. Every time I could never beat the poke check, and that was in practice.
Yeah.
And I said I got to beat him once, and I never did.
Yeah.
Well, that was accidentally when I did that to Ronnie. Like, you know, usually in a poke check, you miss. If you do feel you miss a puck, you get your stick in between his legs accidentally, and he goes flying into the corner. You know, and
Well, that's Ronnie's favorite move. Well, I'll tell you what, I can't thank you enough. 1967, you both won a championship together. It's the last one for the Toronto Maple Leafs. We hope there are going to be more. But I'll tell you what, Johnny, thank you very, very much. And you do look fantastic in a Haggar suit. And, you know, of course, we're going to see each other in Toronto.
We are indeed. Johnny's going to join us in Toronto this coming Friday.
Last little compliment to you, Ron, is that you designed those unbelievable Hockey Hall of Fame shirts where, Johnny, you signed it. And, of course, Yvonne Cornway signed it. And there's only 123 of these available around the world and only through this Haggar promotion through Sears.
Yes, part of the rollout for Father's Day, each of the Sears stores across our country, Canada, coast to coast, has a sweater. So people will be able to go in and fill out the ballot, and somebody from every store will win the jersey, as you said, signed by Yvan Cournoyer and Johnny Bauer. I mean, we go way back to the original 6. It's kind of nice to have a Toronto Maple Leaf and a Montreal Canadian.
Two of the storied franchise. Okay, listen, we're here in Calgary. We're flying off back to Toronto. I want to thank you very much, Michael, for all the things you did. Of course, Brian, Leslie, the Jennifers, everybody. Thank you for including us in a great... I know, we got to get her in here for one quick sec. And that's going to come out. We're bringing her in just for the heck of it. Because we want to say hello to Mike. You did, along with the people from Sears here, you did a fantastic job. Thank you very much. And we're standing right beside one of your great displays.
Hi, Michael. Everything went fabulous today. Thank you so much for bringing these great guys to our city. All the people loved them, and they got great autographs. And thank you again for this great promotion.
All right. Okay.